What is the need for vasectomy? I tend to think vasectomy and masturbation are in the same WhatsApp group. Why? Because all are aimed at aimless ejaculation. Nobody masturbates with zero intention of ejaculating. If you just get ejaculation out of that process, masturbation is useless. It becomes useless. They will not masturbate. So you can imagine them in their head looking and enjoying another man having sex. And some men, they need this stimulation. They want some other man pounding a woman. When they see that, they get an erection. How many of you're pounding this woman, but in your head you have another woman, so you're ejaculating with another woman. So you're using this one as a sex toy. So erectile dysfunction is basically coming from you consuming these foods that will actually lower your testosterone. And how many men are not going even to the gym? How many men don't fast? If you just talk about fasting, even on my Facebook page, anytime we are fasting, men are the ones who are actually criticizing fasting. Now, your great-grandfather fasted, and you are a product of his ejaculation. So he fasted knowing, because this is nature. He didn't even do it because he wanted to do it. I am not the one who initiated fasting. He fasted unknowingly because they used to be hunters and gatherers, and if they chase an animal and they don't catch, that night they don't have a catch, they will sleep hungry, but they will have to wake up with a very sharp mind. That's why fasting opens up your mind. Your mental clarity becomes super, because you'll have to wake up tomorrow in the morning and run as fast as you can to kill or to catch an animal so that you can now feed. If you don't, that's the second day of fasting. That's a 48-hour fast. And assuming you did not catch any animal and there are no fruits, what do you expect? Sleep hungry again. That's another fast. And their testosterone were on the roof. Now look at men now. If you tell them just sun your balls or walk in the sun, midday sunlight, enjoy it. They start telling you, there's a research that was pulled down yesterday. There's another research that came from wherever, and it's associated the sun and the rays of the sun, the UV radiation with cancer and the skin cancer. I'm like, who bewitched you? Your great-grandfather walked on that sun every other time, and he never got a skin cancer. He died at 150. For those of you who get to 150. But most of them died beyond 100 years, right? So where was skin cancer then? Has the sun changed now? The UV radiation are different. But this is the same men who still go for the manicures and put their fingers in that UV machine. Men doing these feminine things. Look at that. A man going for all these pedicures in that machine and putting his fingers there and sitting there with, Now men have the best hairstyles than women. What is happening? A man can sit in a salon for 2.5 hours. Anyway, erectile dysfunction came from what you're eating. So accumulation of sugar actually increases your insulin, and that lowers your testosterone levels. Sedentarism lowers your testosterone because testosterone is actually a hormone that is actually designed to power the man into the new life. But we are working tirelessly to bring down testosterone as we raise estrogen. And now, when you're married and you have high levels of estrogen, it's like a lesbian marriage. Man and woman, both of them have high levels of estrogen. So there will be a lot of chaos. You don't even have conversations. Look at you in that car, trying to focus because you don't want to look right because your woman is seated. So you're pretending like you're focusing on the road, and you see now driving has become a super skill that it was never there. Where was it when you were wooing her to be your woman? Now you're focused on the steering, and now you want to look, yeah. But you'll still come back home in the evening and sit down and fantasize with your favorite news anchor. So as you lower that testosterone, you're getting into problems. And how are we lowering testosterone? I just told you the diets that we are eating nowadays. A lot of sugars, a lot of processed foods. Men cannot cook. A lot of sedentarism. A lot of alcohol. Alcohol is, actually beer is highly estrogenic. There's a lot of estrogens, the phytoestrogens in beer. Add on that barley. which is basically another form of sugars. So as you affect the liver, you get the fatty liver, you get the pot belly, you start lowering your hormones. Because the liver plays a role in hormone synthesis and regulation. So anytime I see a man with a pot belly, I'm thinking, how many problems are here? Anytime I see a lean man, as I said, I respect them because I know the process of becoming lean. I know the process of even maintaining that leanness, because losing weight and becoming lean has never been a problem. It's not a problem. But maintaining that leanness, that is the senior problem. Most men can be lean in overnight. Just go to India and do a surgery. Just go here in Nairobi and do a bariatric surgery, and they suck that fat out of that belly. And you become lean. But how will you maintain that? The doctor, your bariatric surgeon, is very happy to actually bring you back again with another $500,000. Just do the bariatric surgery. And then the complications have to be managed by another surgeon. Man, you gained weight through what you're eating, through your sedentarism. So why are we allowing ourselves? Look at the men in 1970s, very tall, very lean. But look at men in 2024. And that's why it is not by chance that testosterone levels from 1970 up to now, they went down by 50%. It's not by default. The sperm count went down by 50%. And now you have 50% low sperm count and a 50% low chance of making a woman pregnant, but you still have a chance to ejaculate every night. Where are you going to get even enough sperm to make her pregnant? Please understand, there's a difference between ejaculation and an orgasm. An orgasm comes before an ejaculation. The ejaculation is just the end result of an orgasm. Please understand that. When you start prioritizing other things, you start realizing ejaculation is not as important as you want it to be. It was actually designed to make a woman pregnant. It wasn't designed for fun. The fun part is the orgasm part. But how many men still think that ejaculation and orgasm are the same? And that's why they hold on tight to a woman when they're ejaculating. Because they can't even get the difference. When you concentrate on just getting the ejaculation, you cannot get the differences between these two things. So start prioritizing something else. Don't have sex with the intention to ejaculate, because ejaculation will actually lower your testosterone. And now they knew that you're so weak. So they came up with a fake study and research. And what did they tell you? That if you retain your semen, your bowels might end up bursting. You will get testicular cancer. You'll get an enlarged prostate just because you retain the sperm or the semen. That is a useless thing, because, listen, sperm is 80% protein. So whether you retain it or not, there's no problem. If you retain it, you'll get to reabsorb it in the body. It's actually high quality protein. And this is the reason why they lied to you that if you eat groundnuts, you will pound the yam to satisfaction. Now you've eaten a whole 2 kgs of groundnuts and nothing is happening. Because again, you ate those groundnuts with the tea that has a lot of sugar and milk. And now you're expecting to pound. Now they lied to you about the Uji power. And all men, desperate men with their tummies, they're running to line up on the Uji power. Drinking cups of Uji power, thinking that this will change their lives for the better. How many men line the pharmacies to buy the sildenafil every evening, the blue pill? Because they want drugs to come in and fix. It's a quick fix to fix the problem that they initiated with diets. So they want to eat the same diets, but still rely on drugs to change that situation for them. They don't want to change the diets. They don't want that, but they want to take the drugs. Tell them about the diet. They start telling you that's expensive, but they can afford a pill every evening. They can afford to eat bad foods. They are thinking if I tell them to eat healthy, I'm telling them to actually substitute, or to actually combine the good foods and the bad foods. So they are thinking, I'll spend a lot of money on food. I'm telling you to substitute. Get the bad foods off your diet and replace it with good foods. Get the seed oil out and replace it with ghee. I'm not telling you to use seed oils and again buy ghee. For heaven's sake, somebody who is living a healthy life, their shopping basket is even half full. But yours is piled like a grave. And you're thinking you're so woke. My friends, you will suffer the consequences.